For a rational function, we are going to look in 4 different places for clues as to what's going on. There's going to be a horizontal asymptote, which is going to be the ratio of the lead terms. In this case, the ratio of the lead terms is 2, so I draw a horizontal line, and I label it y equals 2. There will be vertical asymptotes when the denominator is 0. That happens when x is 1 and labeled, and when x is a negative 2, complete with a label. When the numerator is 0, the function is 0. So here, if x is 1/2, or if x is a negative 4, the numerator is 0, so the entire function is 0. If x is 0, then all we're left with is a -4 on top, a -2 on the bottom, so the y-intercept is going to be the point 0, 2. If x is 0, y is 2. One more thing that we can do is look at the behavior of the graph when it is above and below the axis. The biggest clue here is that it's going to alternate either above or below whenever it passes through one of these points. In this case, with all single roots, whenever it passes through one of these points, it's going to change from positive to negative, or negative to positive. It has to flatten to this line, so it has to start above the axis, right here. When x is a negative 4, this will change from a negative number on the left to a positive on the right. The others will keep their sign. So overall it'll change to a negative below the graph. So I keep track of when I'm above and below. Here at x equals -2, this is going to change from a negative to a positive. And so I'm going to be above the graph. Here at 1/2, this is going to change from negative to positive, and it's brief, but I'm going to be below the graph. Finally, when x is 1, this will change from negative to positive, and that will put me above the graph again. Now remember that I have to flatten to this line. As I approach a vertical asymptote, I either have to go to positive or negative infinity, and the decision is made by whether it's below the graph or above the graph. Here, I expect to start near my horizontal asymptote, and then to descend towards negative infinity, because I'm below. Here I'm above, so I'm going to start from positive infinity, slice through these 2 points, and go to negative infinity. In this region, there really isn't much to graph, but I have to flatten to this line, and flatten to this line, and stay above the axis the entire time. Simplest is a line like this. You could add a point to make it more precise, but that isn't needed for what we are doing here. I just want the basic shape of the graph.